Hello, friends. All right, so I literally decided probably about 15 minutes ago that I was gonna record this video, but it's because I'm getting ready for bed. I have work early tomorrow, and I have been finally doing a proper skincare routine again, which I hadn't done in a very long time, and my skin honestly has suffered because of it. So I was like, oh, wait. I kind of really want to talk about this a little bit, and then give some feedback as well on some of the products that I've been using for my skincare. And then I would like to kind of keep track and document longer term any improvements that I see in my skin with the skincare. I will start by saying that I use Korean skincare. It works really, really well for me. And I think I mentioned in the past I used BB creams and things like that as well from Korea rather than like Western foundations. It just works better for me and my skin. For anyone who is new here, my skin is pretty combination. I am in my 30s, so I obviously am working now on preventing some negative effects on my skin that come along with age. But I have combination skin, so I can get really, really oily. You can kind of see I'm a little shiny. I get oily here, my nose, basically my T-zone. And I get really, really dry, like around parts of my nose, here on my cheeks, especially like down in this area. I used to have really, really bad acne. I have like old videos on here doing like derma rolling and things like that to try to get rid of acne scars. So I do, there you go, yeah. See, you can see all my scarring from my acne that I had before. It was really bad. I had really deep cystic acne. I went through like Proactive and all those other things to try to get rid of it. And honestly, it wasn't until I hit maybe my early 20s to early into mid 20s that it started going away for me. And now I do get breakouts from time to time. It's either one hormonal, which usually ends up like all around here where you can see a lot of my scarring. The side's not as bad. This side's pretty bad. But yeah, usually around here for my hormonal acne, or I will get breakouts because I have very, very sensitive skin, like super, super sensitive skin. I touch it and it turns red. So I have to stay away from a lot of like super scented products because of that. But yeah, if I use certain products on my skin or the wrong sunblock or anything like that, yeah, I will break out pretty badly. So I have to be really mindful of that. I realized, by the way, before I even started filming this video, that I was literally wearing the same shirt the last video that I uploaded. I wear this like off and on when I go to bed because it's like really baggy and comfortable. And I think the last time I filmed, I was filming a reaction video for the Avatar trailer, and I was also getting ready for bed or waking up, or I forget what it was. But I promise I changed and I washed the shirt in between that video and this one. Anyways, so I want to kind of walk you through what I have been using. I got this set of products because I watch a vlogger who is out in Japan named Sharla, and she works with Wishtrend to provide like really well priced little boxes of skincare, and she posts like links so that her subscribers can get some discounts and things, and it's pretty awesome. And I noticed that she seems to have very, very similar skin to mine. She tends to stick with like a lot of unscented products. So yes, I was like, oh, this sounds perfect. I think her skin looks great. Why don't I give it a try? She uses this Korean skincare, and I already know that a lot of their products work really well for me. So I decided to go for it. So let me show you what I have been using. I've been using it the way that she said it was working for her. So I have like a morning routine and a night routine that are a little bit different. For a cleanser right now, this is morning and at night that I've been using this. So it's this right here. It's the green tea and enzyme powder wash by Wishtrend. It is, as I just said, a powder. You sprinkle a little bit into your hand and you add a little bit of water, rub your hands together and put it on your face. The less water you put, the more it has like a tiny bit of a light gritty consistency. It does list it as exfoliating and polishing, and I believe that's why, is because if you start kind of scrubbing your face while it still has a little more of a gritty texture, then it helps exfoliate pretty gently. And then basically as you're adding water and as you keep washing your face with it, it becomes more like a light foam consistency. And so yeah, they are totally right. By the way, everyone says that this reminds them of a green tea latte, the way it smells. It totally does. It's really, really nice. So yes, I've been using this morning and night for washing my face. I'm not gonna get into a whole lot of details about ingredients and things like that right now. There are some amazing videos out there, so I highly recommend checking them out that talk a little bit more about the ingredients, all these products, and why they are good. So, yeah, but perhaps in another video, because like I said, I do want to kind of keep doing this for a while and then go a little more in depth into the changes that I'm seeing and everything. And then maybe I'll talk a little more about ingredients then. We'll see if that's something you want to see. Let's see here. Second step. This is also in the morning and at night. This is the Dear Klairs Supple Preparation Unscented Toner. There you go. Like I said, it's unscented, which is great for me and my sensitive skin. It's really nice. It feels so hydrating and like soothing and cool, and oh my gosh. Especially like after, you know, I live in Florida. If you don't, well, I live in Florida. Being out working all day in the sun, you do get like, you know, the heat gets to you, makes your skin like extra sensitive and kind of painful in the end of the day, I guess. Yeah, I mean, you can see even now I have a little bit of sunburn, unfortunately. I didn't wear sunblock one day. Don't do that. But yes, so this really helps. It feels really nice after a long day in the sun, really refreshing and cool. And it's nice because, especially if you are used to a lot of Western toners, they have like a very watery, liquidy consistency. And this is a little more, I don't know if you can tell, it kind of looks watery on here too. It's a little more of a thick consistency. Still light, but like thicker, that you can actually like put it in your hands, and then this is how I've seen everyone for the most part applying it, is they put a few drops in their hands, rub their hands together real quick, and then apply it all over their face, pat it in and let it soak in. And I always saw people doing this in videos and I'm like, what are they doing? Why are they putting it on their hands? Isn't it just like running all over the place? And now I understand, it actually stays, so that's excellent. So yes, morning and night I am using this now. And okay, so this is where things change a little bit. In the morning, these are my next two steps. So my next step here is this Galactomyces 95 Tone Balancing Essence from Cosrx right here. So this is a serum, so same thing. I use one pump on my hands, quickly rub them together, apply that over my face. Just like the steps before it, I do like put a product on, give my skin some time to kind of absorb everything before I move on to applying the next step. So yes, this is another step for me. It is another, like, it feels very, very soothing and cooling and moisturizing, and I love it. I love this so far. It's been awesome. And yeah, for anyone who does not know, from what I've gotten from a lot of people, were like, how do you know what order to apply these things in? From what I have heard and read up on, it's something to do with the consistency. So after your cleanser, you're going from the thinnest consistency to the thicker consistency products, and that's how you apply it. So now we're at the final step for a morning routine, which is this right here. It is the Dear Klairs Rich Moist Soothing Cream. It says a comforting, deep, refreshing moisturizer that contains a rich blend of hydrating ingredients. And it is. It feels very hydrating, very soothing on the skin. It's very thick. You don't need much at all. I put like a little bit, like a little dime size amount, like boop. And put it all. I think I'm gonna. Well, no, I won't show you tonight. I'm gonna show you a little bit of my nighttime routine, but this is not part of my nighttime routine. So, but yeah. So this is my final step in the mornings. And then after this, that's when I'll apply like my sunscreen and then my BB cream and makeup and everything else. But yeah, so that's my morning routine. So the green tea enzyme powder wash, the toner, the serum, and then the Rich Moist Soothing Cream. At night, I do not do the serum or the soothing cream. So I'll do the green tea powder wash, the toner, and then I finish up with this right here. And I'm going to start out by saying this is not always recommended for everybody, especially with sensitive skin, because it can cause some issues for people with sensitive skin. So far I've been doing well, but they say try out like maybe once every few nights or like once a week to start, and then slowly increase how much you're using it, just in case, to make sure that you respond okay to it. But this is the Vitamin Amazing Bakuchiol Night Cream by Wishtrend. There we go. And let's see here. It doesn't really give much information on here, and I don't have the box with me right now. Anyways, I thought this also had retinol in it. Bakuchiol is very similar from what I have read up on, and it's found in a lot of anti-aging creams out in Asia. So anyways, yeah, it's supposed to have like similar effects. It's supposed to help, I guess, with fine lines, and maybe I think it said something about like helping with scars and like evening tone and everything like that. And from the name you can see here, vitamin A is something that you have going on here. I wish I had, yeah, there's something else I can really read on here. I wish I still had the box so I could read you a little bit more. But anyway, so yes, after my cleanser and my toner at night, I do use that cream at nighttime, which is also supposed to be moisturizing as well. And I'll feel a tiny bit of tingling after I use it. I only use like half to one pump, that's it. And then put it all over my face, pat it in, and then I'm done for the night. And so all of these things that I just showed you, I have been using for, oh my gosh, I'm trying to think. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, today's Friday. 4 days now. Not including tonight. Yeah, I still have to do it now. But yeah, about 4 days I've been using all this. And so far, I feel like my skin has been a lot, how do I describe that? Bouncier. Like, my skin was very dehydrated before. I had a lot of dry patches around here, and I would always see it in with my makeup, my BB cream, like all little dry patches, and I'm like, oh, it was really bad. I have not had any flakiness, no dry patches or anything since starting all of this. Yeah, as far as like, I'm not seeing any other changes yet. Like, obviously my scars are here. There you go, realistic kind of view of everything going on. But my skin feels a lot more hydrated. Feels, I don't know what's the word I'm looking for. Like, I could see a lot more fine lines when my skin felt like really dehydrated, and now it feels like, I don't want to say like poofier, but maybe poofy. I don't know, like bouncier, I guess it covers it. But a lot more hydrated, no dry patches. I do find that I have to be really careful and be spot on with applying my sunscreen in the daytime, because after using the Bakuchiol night cream, I do notice that in the sun, it does seem, my skin does seem a lot more sensitive to the sun. So I am being very good about using, I use this for my sunscreen. Neutrogena Sport Face Oil-Free Lotion Sunscreen. It's SPF 70+. And then my BB cream that I use is the Misa Signature Real Complete BB Cream, which I don't remember if I made a video about that. I don't think I have, maybe I will. But that also has SPF in it, so working with both of those just to make sure. I'm very, very prone to sun damage because I am pale, pasty pale. Obviously, you can see my arms. Can you see? I was gonna say, I have a lot of like freckles and sun damage that I never used to have before moving down to Florida. So yeah, I gotta be a lot more careful about that. So I've been a lot more mindful about making sure I'm using my sunscreen now, especially on my face and my neck and everything. But anyways, so that's what I'm currently doing. Like I said, I do plan on making another video in the future where I kind of document changes and everything. I have been taking pictures every 2 days or so, just to kind of keep track of any changes that maybe I don't see while I'm like looking at myself. I know a lot of times when changes are super gradual, that tends to be the case where you really don't notice things until all of a sudden you look at like an actual before and then at the end of treatment, and all of a sudden you do see that change. So I've just been taking pictures. So if it has to be that I kind of just do a slideshow or a photo slideshow or something like that in the following video, then I will. But anyways, I do want to kind of do my routine real quick for night, just show you how that is real quick, so you can see my process basically.
All right, hopefully you all can hear me over the sound of my sink running. Obviously, if I'm washing my face, I gotta have my water on. My attractive headband, to get my hair on my face. All right, so usually what I do is I start by getting my face wet. Okay, so first thing I'll use green tea enzyme powder wash, and I just go like this, a little bit my hands, this is harder than it looks when all those people told me these things. I want to make sure you can't see down my shirt, people. Alright. So you can see, I mean, can you see? Yeah. This turns into like this foamy consistency, but at first it's like a tiny bit gritty. Like I said, I'm really sensitive. My skin's really sensitive, so I can't use anything that's like really harsh. But this is just enough that I feel like I'm getting some exfoliation without, like, you know, tearing up my skin. Okay, step 1 complete. All right, so I just use a clean tissue, paper towel, whatever it is, to dry off my face of any excess water. And so the next step here is the Klairs Supple Preparation Unscented Toner. So, a little top like that. Completely unscented. And like I said, go 1, but 2.5. And it kind of stays. Just run off your hands. And I just get this all over my face. Including my under eyes. I am not rubbing like hard under my eyes, by the way. I don't know what it looks like through camera, but it's just enough to make sure it's getting where it needed to. And then I kind of like pat it all in. All right. Here we go. Oh, there's tissue on my nose. There we go. Okay. Perfect. Lovely. Okay. So it's like a little sticky for like a couple minutes or less. So I just wait until that all soaks in before I go putting anything else on, and you'll know because it doesn't feel sticky anymore. My sink's all wet, so let me go dry it real quick. I don't know how to adult like an adult, so I just make a mess when I do. All right, so my face is now dry. Only took not even a minute. So now we're moving on to this. The Vitamin Amazing Bakuchiol Night Cream. I hope I'm saying that right, Bakuchiol. Is that right? Does anyone know? Can you see that even? Bakuchiol. Hopefully I'm saying it right. Anyways, it was alarming at first because I saw this. You can see the color of the lid. It's the color it is. It's yellow. And it has a very, I wouldn't say super strong, but a smell to it. Like almost chemically. But that's just whatever this is. Alright, and I just get this all over my face. I am not trying to flash you guys, by the way, I promise. So apologies. Alright, so we're done. Put a lid on. Alright, so here we are. Oh, glossy hydration. Alright, well, there we go. It's all applied. It's very typical for, you can see all the redness happening here and here. That is very normal for me. I will give everyone a heads up about that. No matter what skincare I'm using, that's normal after I do everything and touch my face a lot. So just another quick look at what we're working with here. See, can you see that? Especially these areas. I feel like that's where the majority of my scarring is. Obviously, I have sensitive skin, and I don't know if it's rosacea. One of my doctors once told me that I probably have rosacea. So I don't know. Does anyone know about rosacea? Is that what this redness is that I get constantly? Sometimes when I'm not touching my face, this happens as well. Always in these same patches. But yeah, obviously my biggest issue right now is scarring, and I also have like a very bumpy skin texture. Like, I don't know how these people have like glass skin and like I have pores, people. Pores. A lot of them, especially my nose. Like, holy cow. But here you are. I like to be real with you people about everything that I use and try out and everything, because, well, I don't appreciate it when I watch things and it looks great and then I find out it was all a lie. So I do not plan to just lie about anything that I'm using to you. So if I like something, I tell you it works. At least for me, it works and I do like it. I don't get sponsorships and things like that. That's not a thing. So it's the real deal. But anyways, so that was it. Yay. Now I'm just gonna wait for this. It's starting to dry down already. Once again, it's a little bit tacky right off the bat, and then it will dry. And that's when I'll take this off and everything and go to bed. But that's everything. So yeah, I hope to have a follow-up video coming out with some updates on how things are going. If anybody wants to see more frequent updates, or like maybe the 2-week mark or something like that, obviously please comment down below and like this so that I know. I'm really bad about asking for like likes and comments and things like that, I feel like, and everyone's always like, no, you should always tell people to like your videos. But my view has always been, if they like your video, they're gonna like it. But hey, you know what, I'll try it. If you don't like the video, don't like it, right? But yeah, so there we are. If anyone has any other video recommendations or things like that, please feel free to let me know what you'd like to see. Like I said, I might do another BB cream video pretty soon on the Missha Signature Real Complete BB cream that I've been using.
I do switch around BB creams quite a bit because my skin seems to like adapt to them. And I don't know, it's like one will work well for a while and then stop working. But this Miso one is one that I have kept going back to over many, many, many years now, like 10 years. And I always like it. So yeah, look forward to that. Maybe I'll do that pretty soon. Anyways, I hope all is well for everyone and life is treating you well. If not, I hope it gets better soon. And I hope you all have a great day, night, weekend, wherever you are in the world. So, all right. See y'all again soon.